Normally, we are going to start by an engine block. An engine block is a structure which contains cylinders and other parts of internal combustion engine. So here we are showing you the views of an engine block. We have side view, have bottom view, we have front view, we have back view, we have top view, even bottom view. So here there is another component called crankshaft. A crankshaft is the main shaft which converts the reciprocating motion of the piston into a rotary motion. So here, connecting load with connecting load bearing are fitted on the crankshaft with cap fastened by bolts. The piston are fastened on the connecting load using wrist pin and a snap link. After connecting piston on the crankshaft, the crankshaft is fastened on an engine block. After we fix an oil cover seal for preventing the linkage of an oil outside. Then we mount a flywheel on the end of the crankshaft so that they will turn together. The second part is called a cylinder head. The cylinder head is usually located on the top of an engine block. It serves as the housing for the components such as an intake and exhaust valve, spring valve, lifters, and combustion chamber. There are also an intake valve with their spring closer valve, and their locker. There are also an exhaust valve with their spring closer valve, and their locker. There are also bucket tappet which are coming for covering both an intake and exhaust valve. There are also two camshafts for both intake and exhaust valve with their bolts for fastening on the cylinder head. There are also another component called a cylinder head gasket for preventing the linkages between two mating surfaces, with their long bolts for fastening on it on the engine block. There are also an oil pump for fastening on the engine block. There are also those sprockets which are added for allowing the transmission, with timing chain which is used for transmission from crankshaft to an oil pump. And also there is a transmission from crankshaft to the camshaft using this timing chain. There are also a cover for fastening on the engine block, even the cylinder head for covering this transmission system. There are also another part called an engine cover with their cap, even their gasket, which is fitted for preventing the leakages while the engine is running. Third part is called an oil pan, located at the bottom of the crankcase of an internal combustion engine, in which the oil is used to lubricate the engine. So this oil pan is fastened at the bottom of an engine block using bolts. Then an oil filter is fitted on an engine block. And there also a starter motor which is also fastened on an engine block, then to meshes with our flywheel. And there are also sensors which are also fitted on the engine for performing different purposes, and even those pipes. There are also a manifold for intake and exhaust valve which are also fitted on our engine. And there also an oil gauge which is fitted on the engine block at the bottom. And there is a part of electrical systems which is also added to our engine block, which are used for facilitating those spark plugs to work while the engine is starting the combustion system. There are also an oil water pump which is also fitted to our engine with the pile, and hydropoly also is fitted on it. There are also a sprocket which is fastened on the crankcases. There are also a dynamo fitted on the engine block, and also hydraulic pump. And there is also another part components which is also fitted on the engine, which is used in the electrical system called alternator. And the means of transmission is a belt drive. After assembling those components of an engine, a cylinder block assembled an engine block and an oil pan assembled on an engine block at the bottom. We get a complete engine. So here our engine starts running. You see that those pistons are making a reciprocating motion, then it turn the flywheel. Here we are going to see the function of the camshaft. Here the camshaft are getting the power from the crankshaft reaching to those cams using this timing chain. You see those camshaft have cams and those cams are not touching on valves at the same time. So here those camshaft allowing our force stroke to happen in a correct way. We have a suction stroke, we have compression stroke, we have combustion stroke, and exhaust stroke. As you see, we have those different components. We have an intake valve, and on the right one, we have exhaust valve on the left one. Then we have also an spark. We have spark plug at the middle of those valve and the fuel injector at the back of the intake valve. So here the air from the outside are just entering in the cylinder by mixing with the fuel which are indicated in the blue color. After sanction it or intaking that mixture from the outside are just entering in the cylinder. After completion, there is the spark plug create a spark on that mixture. Then they create a bomb or spark, a spark, fire. Then after that, creating the fire, it means that it reaches on the combustion stroke. After that, combusted product which are just seen on the cylinder are just going to be expelled out using those exhaust valve which are indicated in the red color. So we are showing you how it works in the engine. You see that the air from the outside with the mixture fuel are just entering the cylinder. Then the compression stroke happen. After compression, then the combustion stroke happen. That the combusted product are expelled out on the exhaust valve. Here there is what we call a flywheel. A flywheel is here for allowing the circle to continue happening. As you see, the flywheel store energy. It will also allow the system continue learning.